Tonight, an in-depth look at how your child's school district could be impacted by a bill circulating the Indiana State House.
Yeah, earlier this week, our team actually did some digging into Senate Bill 1 and found how it would reduce property taxes, good for homeowners, right? But not so good for critical services dependent on this money. This includes local school districts. In fact, look at this. According to some new numbers from the State House, here's how much money some local school districts are projected to lose under Governor Braun's plan over the next 3 years, okay, starting next year. The South Bend School Corporation specifically, could lose over $54 million in funding between next year and 2028. In comparison, everybody, Indianapolis Public Schools, that's the state's largest school district, they would lose about $70 million. The Elkhart Community School District, you see it there, at risk of losing over $16 million. PHM could lose almost $14 million over that same time span.
These numbers come from the state's Legislative Services Agency, by the way. Again, local property taxes help school districts fund transportation and facility expenses.
Yeah, Governor Braun has gone on record asking local governments to do more with less, adding school districts need to run more efficiently. Braun's proposal, by the way, is likely to face some debate before anything officially passes.
And now to the flip side of this story, okay? The people who are directly affected, the homeowners, many of whom are fans of Senate Bill 1.
Yeah, as our team was working on that school angle you just heard about, we got a call from a viewer who lives in the Harder Heights neighborhood close to Notre Dame. She's 75 and has owned her home for decades and says property taxes are skyrocketing in that area. She says she shouldn't have to compete with investors who are just buying up all the homes there, who don't even live here, who are renting them out. Here's part of our conversation.
I mean, I'm retired. I'm 75 years old. I live on a limited income, and I'm going to be driven out of my house if these taxes aren't lowered or controlled. And who's going to buy them? Another investor. So I think this is especially in this particular neighborhood, this needs to be taken under consideration.
There are a lot of parents who may be watching this who say, my kids need a foundation, a school, and they need all the resources they can get for those schools. And the only way to get that is through taxpayer funds, specifically through property taxes.
I don't think that the taxpayers need to take responsibility for that. And I know we can't. Some of us can't do that any more than we're already doing.
What is your hope with this Senate bill for homeowners, but what would be your ideal goal for also another way, another resource that folks could look at, or the State House should be able to look at in order to help schools and other institutions that rely on these funds?
Well, Josh, I'm not a politician, so I'm not sure where they come from. I'm just saying that there's got to be other ways besides putting this burden on the taxpayer who, a lot of us, our kids aren't even in school. I mean, we're retired. We're trying to, live in our homes until we pass away. We'd like to not be forced out of our homes due to rising property taxes. So I'm sorry, I don't have an answer for that, but I'm sure there is one.
Mary reiterated a lot of the rentals in her neighborhood are driving up these costs and driving people out. Again, Senate Bill 1 is still under consideration, so we will keep you posted.